The Lachman sub is super powerful, second best time to kill, and yet it feels so weird to use. The iron sight is kinda and when you use a sight and you shoot it, there's some weird wibble wobble that makes you miss shots. Anyone notice that out there? But I found a build that makes this work perfectly fine. Keep in mind you need good centering for this. And we have been using the canted laser on guns that have terrible iron sights, and it surprisingly works so good, especially with that insane low time to kill. Let me present you the build with gameplay elements and a tuning screenshot at the very end. How accurate is the canted laser? This standard MP5, no attachments but a sight. Just to give you a picture for this, that would be the standard recoil. Now, if we're going out, put the sight off, and then we're looking at the canted laser. It does canted laser aiming, aiming stability, aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed. Cool thing is the sprint to fire speed is the same as with the VLK LZR, so that's amazing. And the aim down sight speed is still half of it. So from the stats, it's not even that much worse. And when you put it on, you're essentially canted aiming. Now here comes a very important skill you need to learn. It's called centering. Centering means that your crosshair is always on the opponent. Don't aim with a laser. You notice crosshair on the opponent, right? And when I ADS, hold my right button, straight on the opponent. So don't actually aim with your laser because the laser is off kilter. You're aiming with your crosshair. And when you're on, you're actually vastly accurate. Like there's 80% accuracy here. Oh, you know, it's working plenty fine. And if you're actually looking at the recoil now, and again, the recoil does not get worse due to the laser. It's exactly the same. Obviously, there's recoil variation in here right now in aiming stability, but the recoil is the same as without the laser. So the canted does not actually make it worse. Therefore, you're getting the whole gun and the iron sight out of the picture. You have more vision inside a room. And if you work on your centering, you get on target, hold the right mouse button and shoot, get them absolutely destroyed. If you get very proficient with this, depending on the gun, you can even do these rangy shots. Now, what other attachments would you put on together with the canted? First and foremost, we're looking at the magazines because 30 rounds on the Lachman feels kind of off. Very important, the 40 round is the max you want because for some reason, the 50 round, which is 10 bullets more than the 40, gives you twice the ADS time. What the hell? That we don't know. I mean, seriously, that's 30, that's 60 MS. So we're going to take the 40 round mag out of question. Then very important, we're also going to take the OPX9. That's only 20 milliseconds ADS time, but it does a good amount of hipfire accuracy, hip recoil control, and recoil steadiness still. And you can tune this towards aim down sight speed so you actually don't feel the aim down sight speed minus. And you can increase the hipfire recoil control even more. Fantastic. Then as a little trick, we do not have a sprint to fire back grip, but we have the Lachman TCG 10 grip, which does recoil control. That's 7%. Pretty good, to be honest. But the trick here is screw the 7%. We're going towards sprint to fire speed. So again, a wee bit sprint to fire speed getting out of this so we can whip the gun out faster. And here we're going towards aim down sight speed. So we're probably still keeping roughly 4-5%. And we increase a little bit aim down sight speed, probably by 5 milliseconds only, but to have or not to have. Now for the last attachments, you could look at the Pulsar barrel, which gives you a better movement speed and only 1% recoil less, but it also takes away 10% of effective damage range. And honestly, I really don't like that. We could also go for ammunition and use overpressured, a little bit more recoil control, or hollow point to then tune hollow point towards recoil steadiness, because our bullet velocity is good enough for an SMG, and damage range. What I like to do here is I like to put on the Lachman compensator for horizontal recoil control. Now let me show you what the firing range is without the Lachman. And you notice the gun is shooting very well. So you would not need a horizontal that much, especially for an SMG. Again, you're just plenty stable. It's actually insane how stable you are, right? But if you're now putting on the Lachman compensator and then you have just these little bit longer shots, we're going here for gun kick control. and a wee bit of recoil stabilization on 65. If you're now putting that into the shooting range, notice how everything gets a little bit, or vastly more together. And then especially when you're like having the little bit further shots here, you're still hitting extremely good. And again, if you want to do these longer shots, you're surprisingly super accurate with this. It's fantastic how well the canted laser works.
I need to play. These guys got good shots.
Got one. Damn. We got that. Well played. Would this work on a sniper support as well? We try it with a Chimera. I'm going to have a video for that. If you're now looking for a long-range beamer to pair together with this Lachman sub, check out the top 5 long-range beamer video. And it's not about the RPK. There's other builds in there as well.